Hey everybody, welcome back to the Breath of Fire 3 guide. Couple quick videos here, or I just combined a couple real quick ones. This one is the getting the ice ring. Obviously we're at the Momo's Tower. You hit the big crystal, run outside, and then just power up these 4 small crystals with Nina's wand. There you go, and the treasure chest is already open because I did already get it. This was I had to retake that video. And then this was just me stealing an ice shard, or a life shard from the ice toad. Wow, that was a tongue twister. Obviously I had to apprentice under Delonzo here at the coffee shop and gain, it's either 4 or 5 levels, something like that, I believe, for steel. Let me check here real quick just to make sure I'm not giving out any bad info. The most important thing, or one of the most important things, is knowing that you need 15 weapons to get Delonzo. So it's Monopolize at 2 levels, Intimidate at 3, and Steal at 4. Like I said, so the 15 weapon requirement, that actually got me hung up in my other playthrough because I wanted to apprentice under Delonzo as soon as I possibly could, and the first time I played through I didn't have enough, so I ended up redoing my save file, which was not fun. That was okay. It wasn't like it was that big of a deal, but it was a little annoying. But anyways, just come up here to the coffee shop, and that is where we meet Palette or Palais. I always pronounced it Palais. I don't know. Maybe I thought this guy was French. So there's a few things that you can do in the region. You know, if you want to do a little bit of leveling, you can definitely do that. I did include in this video. Let me see if I can find it. It's a little farther down. Yeah, all right. We'll talk about where I leveled at. And I guess the reason for doing so. So here Momo's just talking about the plant that her father used to work at, and I guess she kind of feels obligated to go there and help out, make sure everything is okay. That, and it didn't really matter because Sunder was blocking the road, so we couldn't get back to Windia anyway. But up here is Delonzo. And like I said, you need 15 weapons. So here she turned me down when I talked to her the first time. Don't need any wimps getting in my way. So the reason for that was let's see if this was my initial playthrough. Yeah, so I only had 11 at that point. So there was no way I was gonna get 15 for, you know, a while yet. It would have taken me quite a while. And that was exactly the reason why I ended up redoing my save file, because I wanted to get Delonzo again, you know, right now. So you know, I made the mistake of progressing the story a little bit farther than I should have. And you know, once you get down to there's a chain of events there that you can't go back, and so, you know, you're limited as to which items you can actually get. This is the tree. I'm gonna say Yggdrasil. I'm not sure if that's the right way to pronounce that, but once you'll have to come back here a little bit later. I guess I thought there was something here, but there isn't. Maybe I was just investigating. I don't know. But either way, there is nothing in there for now. But like I said, he does become a master, so you will be able to apprentice under him, and he's got some okay skills. I don't know that they're anything to really write home about, but and this is I call it the Igue Forest. There is actually another master here that you won't be able to get until quite a bit later, but she is one of the best ones in the game. Her name is Mary Leap, and she's a fairy. The reason why she is so good is because she gives the best agility gain possible of all the masters. And as you can see, there's some rocks, stones on the ground, and we can't do anything with those yet. Obviously, you know, if we had Tipo in the party, that would have been a different story, but we do not have access to him, so we need to recruit another rock kicker and or head butter. So yeah, so apparently I just stood around here. I'm pretty good at that. Pretty good at standing around. I seem to do it a lot, get a lot of practice. But anyways, so one of the things to know about this forest is it's actually kind of dangerous when you first come here, because there's a chance that you'll run into the Goo Titan, and the Goo Titan is brutal. He can be beaten though, and I do have a video of me beating him relatively early. I was a little bit higher leveled than this footage. Obviously, Nina has 27 HP, and I don't know why I took so long to rest. I think at this point I had realized that I wasn't going to continue with this playthrough, so I just didn't care as much. But one important thing to know, though, you know, if you are trying to get your 15 weapons, there is one here, and hopefully I took footage of grabbing it. So you know, you can be at 14, come in here and grab the last one, and then go apprentice under Delonzo. And like I said, like Delonzo, that steel skill is obviously very useful. One of my favorite enemy skills in the game. There's probably two that really stand out as my favorites. And ironically, the other one is learned here from Mary Leap. Again, it'll be a while before we can actually apprentice under her, but she has a skill called Charm, and if I remember right, it ups the steel level of a monster by 2, and increases the drop level by 1. And what I mean by that is some monsters have we'll say a 1 in 64 chance to be stolen from. But there's a pretty complex formula, and I'll have to touch on that in another episode. But basically, so like I said, back to the example, if it's a 1 in 64 chance, using Charm on it will take it up 2 levels. So the next level would be a 1 in 32, and then another level would be a 1 in 16. So like I said, being that it ups it by 2, you'll have a 1 in 16 chance of stealing that item, as opposed to a 1 in 64. So you can see it's a very substantial gain. And by those same there's the Scaramus axe. So that's potentially your 15th weapon that you'll need to get Delonzo. But again, so back to Charm, using that same, if it's a 1 in 64 chance to drop, Charm will raise the drop chance by 1 level, so it'll increase it to a 1 in 32. And I'll verify just to make sure all that's right, but that was the way I understood Charm to work, and it certainly seems that way from my experience in playing. I guess if I, was really bent on getting the info, I would do the tests do the test myself, but I don't foresee myself doing that. So here is a fight against the Goo Titan. Like I said, this is it's a very random, a very rare enemy to encounter here, and you're gonna want to be at least leveled up a little bit. You can kind of tell what level I am from my stats, and hopefully I've got it. Hopefully I've got the end of the battle. You should be able to see what my levels were. But anyways, couple things to know about the Goo Titan is it will run after or below 50% health. So you either have to really be prepared, and that was my I guess way of going about it. It hits like a truck too. These things hit so hard, so you really got to be careful. I used the Intimidate skill with Nina. I had, like I said, Nina was apprenticed under Delonzo, so I was really upping her agility. So she would get the first turn. And then I would Intimidate so that the Goo Titan couldn't do anything to me. And I actually was trying to steal, you can steal life shards from them, so that was one of the other things that I was doing here. And then I put it to sleep with Momo so that I could try to get more turns in and get some more status effects. So that's probably what really makes or breaks this whole fight at the beginning of the game. You need to be able to hit it with a bunch of status effects just to try to reduce your damage, and I guess actually that's really the most important part. So it's fairly susceptible to status change. So again, you know, sleep it, and then the good thing about sleep is you'll usually get about 3 free turns to try to land more status effects on it. You're going to want to not use like physical attacks against it, obviously, because that'll just wake it right back up. I landed silence on it so that it could not cast burn, because burn was one-shotting my characters as well. And then one really great skill to use on it is blind. That's a pretty common status effect that you want to drop on any of the goos. And in this case, it reduces the stats of the Goo Titan by like half or something like that. So it cuts a ton of stats off. And then I put what else did I put on it? I think I did steal a life shard eventually. And then I tried to land Gloom on it while I had the main character equipped with the silver knife, so that once I did get it to that, you know, 50% range here, I just went all out and just try to kill him, because like I said, they will try to run away. Boom, there you go. So you got the main character just smacked him for 75, and here I knew I had him. You know, I had an extra turn already, and there was no way he was getting away. So there you go. My characters were 18, 20, somewhere in there. So here we are at the plant. You know, like I said, I did quite a bit of leveling in that forest, just to get my stats up. I wanted to, you know, the rest of the game to be a little more comfortable in that. I think I really definitely accomplished. Like I said, I did quite a bit of leveling there, and really set myself up. Nina had, you know, and again, I had already mentioned this, but I had Nina apprenticed under Delonzo to learn, obviously, the skills. Intimidate, Steal were very, very important there. Monopolize is, well, actually I did use Monopolize quite a bit with Nina as well, just to try to get her, I wanted to get her levels up even more than the other two, and really for the agility gains. One of the things with the stealing in this game is the more agility you have, the more agility you have, the better off you are, or the better your chances are to steal, because you get a modifier depending on what your agility is at in relation, I should say, to your enemies. So Your best bonus is if you have 50 more agility than your opponent. So that'll give you basically with the charm skill that again we won't have for quite a long time. But with the charm and being 50 agility over your target, that is your best chances to steal an item. So again, that is how I went about it, and I think it really paid out. Nina was insanely fast. She probably had a bit less, intelligence and AP maybe than had I, apprenticed her under, say, Migus. But I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. It just seems like Nina gets a little outclassed in this game, unfortunately. It just seems like, her spells should always do more damage than they really end up doing, so you can really level, you can spend a lot of time leveling her under a master like Migus and still not really be happy with the damage that you put out in comparison to some of the other characters. So again, I decided to go heavy agility, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Nina got a lot more playtime in this game than I would normally, I guess, see from her, All right. So I believe you actually have to have Nina at the front of the, Momo, at the front of the party when you talk to Pele. I'm gonna keep calling him that because I think it's hilarious. Managed to fix the machines ourselves. Okay. So Pele wasn't. He either wasn't honest in luring Momo here. So I don't know. It almost felt like she felt a little guilty, because this was her father's. Her father helped build this plant, and again, I don't know if he just manipulated her by saying that the machines were broken, and knowing that was kind of her specialty. Into coming here, but then he pulls the switcheroo on him and says, no, it's not actually the machines that are broken. I've got this other problem. And here the kids are playing. I think it's hilarious. So, the adults are talking and Nina and the main character are messing around. Boy, I was really taking my time with this dialogue. Wow. Yeah. See, so he's always kind of like playing the father card, it just feels like guilt tripping Momo into feeling responsible for this place. So, just another kind of cool little thing that I noticed. It's I don't know that I would have picked up on this stuff when I was a kid, but it is kind of cool. Oh, and here I checked out, I actually investigated the checkline. There are a couple items that you can grab from here. I think they're minor. I'm probably like a healing herb or something, and these guys are, better lay low. Yeah, these guys are looking around. Right behind you, buddy. Here, Tried to get through, knowing full well that I couldn't, but I did anyway. Alright, what do we have? This has got to be it, right? 200 zenny. I think this... Oh, no. I thought she sold something, but I don't think she does now. If I remember right. Alright, so you can sleep here if you need. I'm cheap, and I didn't. I don't know if did I talk to him again or something? I don't know. Normally I just whizzed by all this stuff. I'm surprised I spent time talking to these people. Ah, antidote. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth stopping in here. Probably not. I think I tried my, unfortunately this game is pretty common with, a lot of other RPGs. It's really difficult to branch away from, the main story. They generally keep you, on one path, and you don't get much freedom to explore. There are spots here and there, but yeah. Typical RPG. But anyways, you know what? This video is going to come to a close. So like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But hope you watch or join me for more videos. Sorry. Thanks for watching.